I just plugged my microphone back in. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to use my phone. No, don't. Up. Alright, well, it looks like we're opening up Task Manager now. I didn't want to. Oh. Alright, where is it? So I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and just wait. I'm gonna sit right here and wait. Don't know why this has to happen. I mean, like, it just has to be so bad. Alright, well, I guarantee you. Let me just make sure the text readability is not so bad. Alright, that's good enough, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to, um, actually forget it. Alright, alright, now surely, just surely, this can handle a literal painting app. If it can't handle this, then that's gonna be quite sad. I'm just gonna keep checking on that every once in a while because I don't trust this. I know as soon as the stream actually starts to kind of get going, then something's bound to go wrong. I can tell. I don't believe this right here. Oh, stream health is excellent. Yeah, I don't believe that one bit. So, yeah. Um, so we're just gonna kind of mess around with some world borders, I guess, to offend as many people as possible. So first, we just gotta do something here. So we're just going to make the state of Ohio an independent country because it needs to be its own country, obviously. And I'm not being held at gunpoint. I know the borders are terrible. I'm not being held at gunpoint or nothing. Yeah. Okay, so somehow the stream still says the stream is healthy or whatever it says. So anyway, now that Ohio is independent, now we're just going to do something else. We're going to wait, hold on, we need to select the right color first. Alright, now we're ready. We're just going to do some stuff here to Canada. We all know the Canadians clearly don't got rights. I'm just kidding. Please don't sue me, Canadians. All right. Um. Okay. So now let me just go over here, and we're just gonna give all this to the United States because I'm totally not a nationalist American or anything like that. And so just drop this up here. All right. Oh, okay. Now the United States has all this land because it was kind of like the way it went was like this here, and then like kind of like this rate, like right about like that kind of. Canada had a bit of access, but actually it was a little bit less than that. But Who cares? We also got to make Florida an independent country because the Gators are I don't even know why. We're just gonna do it because of course we could. And like, yeah. All right, my phone keeps doing something weird too now. Let me just do something here. All right, I'm back now. All right, we're just going to do this. So now, all right, sorry, I was doing something. So now, it's time we do something else. I'm feeling a little hungry for a war on this map. I'm ready to start an entire war, if you will. Somehow the stream is apparently super duper healthy. I need to restart my phone now. I don't know why. All of my technology wants to be weird. So, I am back for now. While my phone does whatever it's doing, we're gonna get back into this. So, Italy. Alright, actually, I need to go do this thing down here. So, I'm feeling hungry for a war. You know what? Let's just, do this here. We're going to just, yeah, have to do a little thing, little something here. So first off, we're just, for the heck of it, we're going to give Algeria, or not give Algeria, but we're going to make Morocco lose the Western Sahara, like the entire thing. We're just going to move over here. And this is going to be their original borders right there. And so, now, the fun can begin. We're going to do this, 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 and then this. So now, right, red, blue. So, red is going to mean attacker. Blue is going to be fighting against the attackers, basically. So we have Algeria, uh, clearly doing a dumb mistake or something, probably, if this were to ever happen. Because now all these countries are mad at it. And we're just going to say that Africa is now going to be, or the Algeria, I mean, sorry, the Algeria is going to be kind of reforming the Roman Empire. Because I'm bored. So we're gonna go kind of like that. I don't know why it has to be so hard. Wish there was an easier way to do this all. And then you go kind of like that. And then like this. Now, they would probably never be able to do an offensive into this part of Africa. So, let me just zoom out. What the heck? Alright, I'm just making sure it still works. Uh, uh, okay. So I don't know what happened over here in Libya. So we're gonna say Algeria just decided to go do absolute mayhem on everybody, and I know they wouldn't win this, but it'd be funny to just see them destroy everybody. And I don't know why Algeria specifically. Um, Now I'm not trying to make any real, hints or nothing about why Algeria is getting all where how Algeria is just so magically like, so strong. This is just not no real. I really could not. I really don't know. Like X marks the spot, and whoever's just helping Algeria. Anyways, we're just gonna see them kind of do stuff. Let me just. All right. Well, Discord is not working for me apparently now. All right. We're just going to do that. So all right. Let me just make sure stream's still running fine. Apparently, it's still healthy somehow. Surprising. We're just going to go like this. So the Libyans and a bunch of these countries never can push into mainland Algeria because Algeria is actually too strong for that. But they do actually get really close to kicking Algerians out of Tunisia or Tunisia, how do you pronounce that? I really don't know. But does it seem like I care? No. Let me just. We're gonna have them kind of push back. But then actually no, I'd say that they'll start doing some guerrilla warfare. So we're going to just kind of say, just to make it fair, we're gonna say like the Algerians are kind of. Let me just upscale this a little bit. So the Algerians are kind of just pushing into like the north of all their neighbors. But actually, no, actually, let's do it this way. We're gonna say that this is the situation. So really, no one's really losing as much because that's how it's going to work. Yes, that's how it's going to work indeed. So let me just all right. So all right. Stream is still somehow healthy. Will someone please explain this? All right. Uh. All right. So anyways, now that I've fixed everything finally. Okay. What the heck? No. All right. So I really don't know what to do here. If you're wondering why I'm being silent, because I'm really just. What am I supposed to do? Do I let these blue team countries win, or do I break the realism or the realistic outcome and let Algeria dominate all over them? So yeah, let me just. I mean, let me just set this back now. There we go. So, the way I see it, we should probably just. Well, we'll come back to it later. Let's just start this already. So, we got. Let's see. Okay, well, what's my color doing? All right. So the Algerians do go on the offensive, and I think their goal is to take out Tunisia, because Tunisia, I really don't know. I'm just gonna call it Tunisia. So they're gonna take out Tunisia, and that kind of goes really well. But they aren't going to be advancing any further on this front for a little while, you know. Because yeah, so this front is going to kind of actually. Let's just do this here. Let me scale down my brush size. So we're gonna say the front lines, or I really don't know where Tunisia's capital is really. Let's Google that. All right. So the capital. So the capital on the map is in the north. So the capital's already been captured for sure. All right. Let me just set the stream chat to live chat because yeah, that really sucks. All right, back to this. So we're gonna say the Libyans, they kind of get everybody gets a little demoralized because Tunisia is gone. I'm just gonna say Tunisia. So Tunisia is gone, kind of. So the border is going to kind of stabilize on this front up here in the like north western, I guess. But down here, they have made a small effort to push into like this over here. But this really don't matter because all this right here is literally just desert. So since that's just all desert, we're going to now kind of go and just say, let's just say this here. Um, Algerians do make a slight pushback, but they won't be able to really move on this front for much. So we're just going to say they kind of push into the less valuable areas of these countries. So that's how it's going to be. About there. And so now that that's offensives over there, we're gonna see some strong countries. We're gonna make this as see how big of a realistic war this could be. So Egypt is kind of concerned about the expansion, so they kind of just joined the blue side. So they're now added to the blue team. Now they could probably easily defeat Algeria. So to make this more fair, we're gonna alright. So we're gonna say here the Ethiopians join on the red side because they kind of hate Egypt a lot, and they're having like a bit of a conflict over here in the Nile about trying to make a dam out of it or something. So then Sudan is going to actually, you know what? Let's say South Sudan and Ethiopia are going to also join on the side of these, and we're going to say that since this border is going to be 1,000 years to try to draw. Actually, well, yeah, I really don't care about this border. It's going to change anyway, so we're just going to say it starts kind of like this, perhaps. Oh, okay. Now, Nigeria. I think that if we add Nigeria, that'll fair everything out. So, Nigeria joins on the red side. And Nigeria is actually really powerful, if you guys didn't know. A very strong country. So, Nigeria is going to be like this. We're going to... No, not that. Alright, we're going to scale down our brush. Hello. I don't know what the next HXR member's doing here, but I really don't care. So, like I said that, like, let's just say actually, they wouldn't be able to do that. Let's just be real. So, we're just going to say there's a little small border skirmish here. Alright. So the border is just going to kind of repeat that. Because it can. Oh, Toten. Hello. So, I really am feeling like I really want to make this a European war, but that just gets kind of boring. It's quite an annoying process too. So, I have a new plan up my sleeves. We're just going to say that Italy is feeling a little ambitious about its power, and they decided to join us the new Roman Empire. Now they're going to be mostly siding with Algeria. Actually, we're just going to say they're on their own side. Why not? We got to make this as confusing as humanly possible, so that they're now on their own side. And we're also going to say France is going to be on their own side. Germany, UK, they're all really needing to get back to colonial possessions. So now these countries, oh, okay, well France didn't just blitzkrieg into Algeria. So it's going to be like this, and then this, and then we're going to make Portugal turn into a pink. We're going to make them turn into the pink sauce country. So now that they are the pink sauce country, we've got the pink sauce team, we have the ketchup team, and we have the I hate these teams team. So we'll just call it the hate team. So hate team is going to we're gonna actually just say that these powers actually switch sides. So now these powers are gonna automatically be moved to blue because they realize that hey, this is a very dangerous threat. Heck, even we're gonna have Algeria, Tunisia, all these countries just gonna put it all aside. And you know what? I'm feeling a little more evil, so let's just do this, 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 this. Finally, that, and then Somalia, Djibouti, and yeah, that's pretty much all we really needed to do. So now we can move the pink team to be a red team. So these teams here are back to 2. So now this is what we've got, and this African Union thingy here is going to be very scary. And also we have Turkey, or Turkey, if that's how you pronounce it, I think. Have them get involved. We're gonna say all these powers are just decide to be weird one day. So next, we're gonna have Turkey declaring war on Greece, like that. In fact, they're just gonna declare war on all these countries. I'm gonna color change them. I promise, because they just want some more land. They need to reform the Ottoman Empire. Wasn't it obvious from the start, guys? They needed their start something. Hello, Lapis. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So these guys are just gonna, do some funny stuff here, become the Ottoman Empire, and just to make this even more funnier, we're just going, because I'm totally a comedy genius apparently. We're just going to do this here, because then we're gonna do this, this, this. Oh, nope. All right, wrong layer. So we're gonna split these countries into half, or the rest of these countries at least into the half, for whatever. I don't know. So this is a very scary team. It's quite obvious on who would win in a real scenario. Most likely is actually this seems pretty fair to me because a lot of African countries aren't really that strong with their military, besides like Egypt, Ethiopia, Nigeria. So we're just gonna have a few more things happen here real fast, if you don't mind. So we're just going to say that Turkey becomes America 2.0. So we're just going to say they declare war on Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, Iraq, Palestine, all the countries. And it looks like they really want to reform their empires here. The blue team is anti-empire, and the red team is going to be we want all your land. So they're just going to be doing a Russia-Ukraine 2.0. So now we can let all the fun begin with this massive team. So we're going to see in Italy, there's going to be a lot of changes. The blue team is going to have a very big head start probably actually. So what we're going to see happen is they're going to force their way through Italy, take Venice, which is going to be a crushing defeat, and swoop through Austria, Czechia, and bits of Poland. So they're starting to push back the Czechs, and they actually start to make a push into this area of Germany called Bavaria. And they keep going kind of, but they kind of have to stop around like here because the Swiss Alps. So we're actually just going to say they got about around here. A little bit, move a little bit, like that. So they're just going to try to make their way down the coast. But this is not going to last long because they just get encircled immediately. And there is a smaller division here because the Italians are going to squeeze that army there. So we can see next the Germans are going to invade Poland, which is a thing they're really good at, apparently. We can see a new blitzkrieg scenario. And this time, this is even smarter because they go behind the enemy lines over here because the enemies forgot to apparently push up here for some reason in this scenario. And they encircle the enemy armies, wipe out Prague, and destroy a very huge chunk of army. So while the Germans are just so why these people are down here fighting, they just the blue team just kind of got smashed in Europe right now. So we're gonna see the Germans push down to here, and then like up here, actually. Now, this looks very familiar. I know. We're just for the heck of it, we're just gonna say they take out Austria. Now Germany is really looking like a Germany that we all know. So this is what is going on over here. Now let's look over here, Turkey. So we're gonna see all these countries over here are going to start just trying to blitz through to Istanbul. They do reach the outskirts of the city, but the Turkish army was really going fast. And they push back and start an invasion of Greece and Bulgaria. This is going to be very easy on them, and they end up doing about this much, almost lining the Romanian border. Alright, so now, what next is going to happen is that there's one slight issue And this issue just so happens to be a major issue, actually. They didn't think about down here in the south, where Iraq, Syria, start making very slow pushes. Actually, no, Syria probably should be more about realistically this, like just about maybe that. And so now we got not we're not gonna see much fighting down here. So we're gonna just all right, we're gonna see here. The UK is gonna be doing some force things in some things in Europe or in Africa, and they make a landing over here in Lagos, Nigeria. So that just a little bit of red's now on the continent of Africa, and that kind of panics everybody. So now that there's that red on the continent, everybody scrambles to get rid of it, and they started advancing south a bit now, about like that. Now this is when all the African armies kind of wipe the British out here. So what's going to happen? Well, pretty much Germany's going to happen. So what's going to happen? They do stuff from a certain Austrian painter. I should have not said anything. And they actually reach Warsaw. So now Warsaw has been captured, and so now they're just kind of doing stuff in Poland. And now one of the blue team's most important members is kind of wiped out. They invade Slovakia, Hungary, and they don't really advance much further though, because there is a slight pushback up here in Austria. So they do line the Italian border, but don't ever push in. And their invasion of Hungary goes interesting. Hungarians are pushed out of the country, and Hungary capitulates. And so they slowly do push back the Austrian front, but very, very little speeds. They can't really do much into Romania. And they try to advance upon the Romanian mountain things or whatever, but they do fail. So this is going to be just they're just going to be kind of staring each other down on the border for a good portion of the time being right now. So that is pretty much that in that scenario. Now we're going to see though another thing kind of go down. The Turkish are they were quite advancing quite rapidly, and by quite rapidly I mean they were doing this in Europe, and they really focus on Greece. They take it out. Yes, they of course they take out Greece. Like why wouldn't they not? Oh, I wasn't even looking. All right, so now that you take out Greece, kinda, they just do that, do that, do that. Boom. Now the Balkans are looking very, very done for. So what does the Balkans do? Well, they do Balkan things and hold out for a siege. And then the Balkans, being the Balkans, with the Balkan nationalists, fight with their concerning military state. So I kind of do this to the German army, which seems very insane that they would get beaten by a bunch of Slavics compared to the European superpowers over here. So what is the red team going to do? Well, Turkey is what they're going to do. The Turkish push up into Albania, North Macedonia, North Macedonia. Sorry. So they push up North Macedonia. I almost catch Sofia. So the Balkans do what they like to call the Balkanian Brusilov Offensive 2.0, and they do insanely great. And they push the Turkish armies back to the border of Greece, but they do not make much of an advance there. Over here in Tunisia, the Italians land on whatever the heck this little piece of land sticking out is, and capture Tunis, and hold a a stable front line with the Algerian military. And the French, being French, does some naval invasions and push into like west of Algiers and capture the city eventually, which is a major blow because they just captured all of Algeria's coastline. And actually, no, we'll just be nice to Algeria because they're probably going to lose anyway. We're going to give them that. So now there is a goal between these two fronts, in the Tunisian and the Algerian front, is they link together. So like this front right here will link up together with this front right here. So since that's happening, we're just going to see the Italians are going to be doing some Soviet tactics and getting a bunch of men to join the army. And they push in Algeria, and at the same time the French are ravaging everybody. And eventually the two sides do link up, actually, so they succeed. At least in that mission. Next, we have Morocco kind of getting clapped here by Portugal. Actually, Rabat, Morocco's like right there, so let's just push the armies back a bit, like up to here. Also, they didn't really land from Spain. Spain is not in the war yet. They should be, but I'm not going to include them. So we're going to just leave it like right about like this here. So the this front line here is going to kind of stabilize. So here's how the war's looking so far. Now, the blue team does look like it's winning for the most part, but not technically when you count the value of the land that they've taken, it does seem more like the red team is winning day by day. But the time will have to tell. Will the blue team be able to survive or no? Well, we will see. So, let's see. Alright, so, next we have another scenario go down. We're going to see Turkey finally open their eyes up and start recruiting like half their current army today just for this front alone. And they do really well in pushing into the Arabian Peninsula, or trying to. And so as they do that, they push into Israel and take out the country. Now I know they would use nukes, but nukes are not allowed in my scenarios because that's boring. So the Turkish armies now entered Jordan, and Iraq is the last real country holding out, surprisingly. And they haven't actually done much damage to Iraq. The Kurdish peoples actually fight back against the Turkish because they have a lot more morale than the Turkish people. Next, we are going to have the anti-Slavic offensive take over Slovenia. Good portion of Croatia, split it into two, in fact. Go down the coast. That's Italy's idea, and they capture Zagreb. And pretty much at this rate, Croatia and Bosnia are pretty much nothing but paperweights or speed bumps. And they retreat into Serbia. Now Serbia is now facing external attacks now, which was never really expected by the blue team. So what do? Romania is what they do. And so they kind of Romania liberates Budapest, and they push to about like this much here, and everything seems to be going well. Probably. Oh crap! Unplugged my computer. So everything may look like it's going well, but Turkey's a thing, and since Turkey's a thing, they kind of just do this again. This time they do it way worse. they're gonna just let me just describe this for you. They do this, and then they just do that. Now we're not saying this is all Turkey. The reason they're able to push into the Romanian lands, but we're just saying we're just gonna skip ahead in time. This is what happens. So now we have just the African front being focused on, with every country literally now focused on taking out Egypt, maybe winning. They take Cairo and they push down the coast just a bit, and then basically Egypt is like done for. They also focus on the Nile. I forgot to mention that. And so they're focusing really heavily on the Nile. And the reason they're not pushing into all this land down here is because that's desert. And desert is hard to invade. It's like suicide for your soldiers. Next, they go and try to take Tripoli from Italy, or not from Italy, from Libya. And they do take Tobruk, which is a major city. But, and they do actually link all their front lines up together within the next end of the year of like whatever year this would be if this actually took place. But even though all their coastline on the northern and eastern fronts have kind of been gone, or good portions of it, like all their northern coastlines permanently gone basically, except for Morocco. We're going to see African will is going to overpower, and with some guerrilla tactics, they have to retreat out of Algiers, but they can stay right there. So they kind of retreat out of all of Algeria for now. And with more guerrilla tactics, we see a very large encirclement of the forces. So, what are they going to do? Well, they're just, some of their most important armies just got encircled. So, the plan here, for them to resurge, they're gonna just do this, and link up, and encircle this army doing a counter encirclement. Now, if that'll work, then who knows? We'll figure it out. So they start making their offensive, and they do, and then this army tries to break out of it, and does encirclement, and destroys all these armies. So now the best armies here in the Eastern Front's kind of just died out. Sudan's being pushed into, and so I'm gonna make this a bit bigger now. They're just kind of wiping everything out. They are trying to avoid the these like inner parts over here. So they kind of just keep inching their way down the coast until they get kind of stopped right there. So now that that has happened, they decide to look forward and just do whatever they've done again. And I'm getting kind of tired of this because this is quite boring. So we're just going to kind of end this all once and for all. We're going to just say they push over here, and they start making enormous progress, and then they re-land back in Nigeria, and so now we can see a bunch of countries now over here, and this time this actually really works out super well. Pushing to Cameroon, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Ghana, Ivory Coast. So now that's that. So next we are going to keep on going to Liberia, Sierra Leone, whatever the heck this country is. It looks weird. Alright. So now this is kind of what's happening. And it's also bad because they just kind of entered into Somaliland. And we're just going to just put this simple for you here. This ends up happening. So what do they do to do but just to, surrender and die? So now they've died. Let's make our peace video, or the peace negotiations now. So we're going to scroll up here. Alright, now that was a big war. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna start off where we're gonna see the Germans annex Austria. So next we're going to see them kind of Czechia. Oh, shoot. Next off with Poland. We all saw this one coming. Just gonna see that there. So yes, Germany is a very questionable shape now, but we're just going to pretend like we never saw this again after this. Next off, Italy is going to take a huge foothold in the Balkans, taking you're not huge, but good portion, kind of like what they wanted. Turkey is going to reform the Ottoman Empire since they basically have all the territory to do so, except for just a teensy bit in like Russia, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. And then we're going to say that, so we're just going to erase this entire border around here. No, don't print. Okay. So now, see this. Now, I don't really know how exactly Ottoman Empire really was looking really. So we'll just say like this here. This is definitely way bigger than before, but who cares? So next, we're gonna see them gain more land down here. They're gonna take all of Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Israel, so we do that. We're just gonna see them do some old funny stuff here. They're gonna go all the way to Tripoli. And boom, the Ottoman Empire is back. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, oh, stop trying to print. We're gonna give them the territories they kind of had from Russia and Ukraine. So they're gonna go kind of like that. Also, we're gonna see them annex Moldavia or Moldova. They're gonna split it with their new puppet Romania. So we'll do like that. This. Like this. Like that. Like that. And like that. Now the Ottoman Empire is truly the Ottoman Empire. France is going to get all these territories out here. The French Republic Third French Republic, Sixth French Republic, whatever. And just for the giggles, they're gonna get also old Spanish colonies. Italy will have access to Libya again, and the UK is going to do some United Kingdom things. Also, Germany gets nothing because they apparently don't deserve stuff. So now, I'm gonna see this. Shrunk. So I know some of these aren't French or whatever colonies. I know. So now, everything is certainly looking interesting again. And you know what? I'm just going to say let the Europeans get all of Africa. You know, actually, they get all the world. They may as well get it anyway. They colonized everything. So that's that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream because I'm very, very tired. I will see you guys next time, and goodbye.